What's going on, y'all? My name is F. Welcome back to the junkyard. Oh my gosh, I'm spinning like crazy. Welcome back. This week I want to talk a little bit about... Oh, misinput. I've been playing too much Schedule 1, so now I'm pressing E to like open shit. Oh, geez, I did it again. What the hell? Oh, it's a cow. I want to talk about like health and like wellness, and mostly like working out and stuff. It's kind of just stuff I want to ramble about. I just want to ramble. I want to preface this by saying I'm not the best. I'm not like in the best shape ever or anything. I'm not the most healthy guy around either. But I do go to the gym. I've gone to the gym for like a long time. By a long time, great 4 years now. I think I've been going to the gym, and very inconsistently, to say the least. In like long, what's it called? Like a very zoomed out view. It's very inconsistently. I'll go for like hard for like a few months at a time. And I'll just like have a few months where I just like barely go. Well, I went like 6 or 7 months barely going, barely going at all. When I was working, when I had a job, I would rarely go to the gym. But now I don't have a job, and my job is YouTube, so I have time to go to the gym. I only go 3 days a week. Because in the summer, I'm out of town very often. So it's kind of hard to keep a busier schedule than that. And also, this guy I follow on TikTok. I get a lot of my information from people I trust on TikTok that earn my trust. Which is funny because I'm learning about how to build like a cult following on social media. And yeah, I mean, it works on me apparently. But this guy I follow, Higher Up Wellness on TikTok, I recommend you guys go follow him. Look at me. Hey, look at me. I'm looking up stuff how to build a cult following. I was talking about last episode, I believe. I'm looking up stuff on how to build a cult following on YouTube. Now I'm just like falling into that same shtick on TikTok. But that's fine. I don't trust this guy any less because I know this stuff. What the hell? That was weird. But I'll go check this guy out if I were you guys. If you want to get like in better shape or whatever. Higher Up Wellness. He posted a thing like 2 years ago of his go-to 3-day routine. 3-day gym routine, and he also has like cardio and stuff interlaced, and I don't do cardio. I play hockey once a week, and I'm pretty active, especially in the summer. I'm pretty active, so and in the winter I play hockey twice a week, so I got plenty of cardio in, I believe. That's not the point. But he has a 3-day workout routine, 3-day gym routine that I kind of copied a little bit, and then I started modifying along the way as I felt I needed to change it. And yeah, it's been working well for me, frankly. I think. I mean, and by working well, I mean I've gotten a little bit bigger, not like a whole host of a lot bigger, just by looking at myself. But I also lost weight because I'm in like I'm like trying to lose weight, but I'm gonna get into a little bit more. I'm not like fat, but I am trying to lose weight a little bit. But geez, I'm completely losing my track of thought here. But yeah, I've been like lifting and stuff. I've been feeling good, feeling better, feeling good about myself, about the way I'm progressing here. But I do a 3-day routine right now, and at first it was like on Mondays I do like an in-kind bench, and then what else would I do? I'd do like let me just pull up my freaking notes app on my phone because it's kind of become like quite the conglomeration of just bullshit. Okay, on Mondays it was and this workout routine was supposed to be Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, but my gym closes at like Or it's 24 hours only from Monday at 4 a.m. it opens, and it's open 24 hours until Friday night at like 9. And I normally go really late at night at like midnight because I can. And it's not very busy at that time. So it's not open at midnight on Fridays or the weekend though. So I don't go on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But I go Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. And Wait. Let me focus on my glass down stuff. I go Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. On Monday, the original routine was do lat pull downs, a set of lat pull downs, some sets of incline bench. Everything was 2 to 3 sets for 5 to 8 reps, and you just up the weight from there. Oh, great! You up the weight from there. I don't have any food. As you go along and get like more strong, obviously. But it was Mondays was lat pull down, then incline bench press, then preacher curl, and then Cuban press, which is like a modified shoulder press with dumbbells. And then Wednesdays was supposed to be leg press, overhead press, like shoulder press, a row machine, deficit push-ups. And Friday was supposed to be deadlift, machine bench press, leg extension, and leg curl. So it's kind of a little bit of everything here, right? I modified a little bit. I don't do the leg press. I'll start with that. I don't do leg press. I don't like I don't like fully skip out on legs, but I really do take it easy on legs, to say the least. When it's leg day, what I do is I just go around and hit the big two, and then I hit the big two of the leg press and the leg, or not the leg press, the leg extension, leg curl, and then then what I do is I go and geez, what is going on here? I go and I do the abductor machine, which is like the sus machine. I do a few sets of those on each way. You know, that's just like to balance everything out a little bit. So I don't do any legs I need real legs. I don't do deadlifts anymore either, because my chiropractor told me to stop doing it. I go to the chiropractor, he told me to stop doing it because it can mess up my back. And I have like so many, not like so many, I do have some back issues though. I have like a borderline hunchback because how bad my posture was, especially during COVID when I was doing online school. I'm sitting down, overly slouched in my chair because I don't want to show my face on camera, but my laptop could only point so far up, so I'd slouch my chair super bad. And not like slouch, like bend over forward, like slouch, like slump into like slide down the chair. So like only my upper back's touching the chair, which is terrible for your posture. And now my back is all messed up for it. Plus I have what my doctor would call a barrel chest. Oh, great. Which isn't like a big deal. It just kind of means that like my rib cage is kind of like large. That's what that means. But then on top of that, my ribs are now flared too. So basically, my back is overly large, like outward to the back, my upper back, and my ribs were already big, stick out even more a little bit. So my whole my upper half of my torso is just so like rotund and not even fat, almost like Elon Musk in that one picture. Not that bad. It's not close to that bad actually, but kind of. How can I like describe this without just like showing the way it looks? Look at this. My tower is almost completed too, by the way. I'm gonna replace all this dirt with like wood or something. Okay, let me do a little bit of showing here. So this is my back. This is where my neck is. My back kind of like comes out like this a little bit, and then it comes back in, and then this is like where my waist is at. So this is like my upper back right here. This is like my upper back right here. It's more like this, and my waist, and like my legs. I'm really getting into this, huh? You know. Okay, it is more like this. It's more like this. And then my ribs also flare out. So it's basically like this. It's basically like this. And then my stomach, my waist is snatched and body is T. My waist is not fat. I'm not like fat there. I was fat for a little bit fat, just a wee bit. Back when I was just out of high school, and I first started lifting, right after I finished hockey, like the first year after hockey, I wanted to bulk and get bigger, and I did not do it right at all. What you're not supposed to do is just eat a lot of food and get fat, and then not put enough effort into the gym, which is what I do. I don't do my gym stuff with enough intensity, really. So I just got fat. I'm 180 right now, which is a pretty good weight for me, I'd say. But when I was in high school, when I graduated high school, I was like 175. I'm 5'11", by the way, in case you guys are wondering. I was like 175, 5'11". So, and I wasn't very fat. I was pretty, obviously my back was like fucking huge. But I wasn't like super overly muscular or anything. I was very skinny on my arms and stuff. My like, torso and my legs were pretty big at that time. So I was around 170, 175 graduating high school. I got all the way up to 208 just from being fat. And I actually took all my videos off my old YouTube channel because I was messing with my SEO on my new one. But if you were around back in the day and you watched my old Wii videos on my old Cool Guy App channel from like 3 years ago, God, you could tell I was fat in those videos, bro. It was bad. It was so bad, actually. Should I make these stairs? Probably. I'll be right back. But yeah, it was over. You could tell I was fat, and my face looked fat, and I looked gross. So then I cut down a bunch of that weight, and I realized I didn't really even put on that much muscle. I just got fat for no reason. So now I'm kind of doing a little bit more intently, but still not like right, to be honest. I kind of eat like one meal, maybe 2 meals a day. I try to eat more protein, just like in general. I don't track. I used to track my calories, and somehow I still did a bad job of bulking. Isn't that crazy? I used to track them, so I just don't think I just don't think I'm like smart enough to track my calories. Frankly, I'm not a very smart guy in general. If you guys couldn't tell from watching any of my my appearances on the interwebs. I'm not the smartest guy around or anything. But I just don't think it's like meant for me to be tracking my calories. My brother's super into that recently though. Well, I stopped tracking my calories. I kind of hope and pray I get enough. I'm trying to like be in a calorie deficit so I can lose some weight, and it has been working. I was up at like 190 a few months ago, and now I'm down to like 170, like 8. I mean, it was pretty fluctuating. So yeah, it has worked. But what I do basically, I just eat like high protein, like my one meal a day. I wake up, I drink a black coffee, and it just satiates me for a good bit. And then I'll eat like my one meal a day, which is like dinner. Sometimes I'll eat at lunch, depending on what time I wake up. I wake up too early and I get hungry too early, then I'll eat lunch that day. My coffee will normally satiate me for plenty long. Yeah, we gotta put like a guard in front of this door so a creeper just comes walking on up. And then what I do is I eat my one meal of dinner, or sometimes second meal, which is of lunch, or second meal of dinner. Excuse me. Golly, I'm all over the place. I eat my dinner, which is one of my two meals of the day, and I go to the gym at like midnight. And I get home, I have my protein shake. That's all right, protein. Oh, jeez, it's overly dark. I have my protein shake. And then I have like a peanut butter, like a piece of toast with peanut butter on it, and that's it. That's my whole day of eating. Doesn't that sound scrumptious? And it does help from losing weight. So if you guys want to lose weight, I mean, I wouldn't recommend it because it's probably not like the healthiest way to go about that. But I do that and it works. But you gotta be very iron-willed. I mean, you get used to not eating after a little bit. Especially if you're fat, your body can just feed off of it. Kevin James, I saw Kevin James, the actor, on a clip of him on the Joe Rogan podcast. You know, some great intellectual minds that I'm looking into for this. I saw him on the Joe Rogan podcast talking about how he fasted when his daughter had cancer, I think is what it was. And he didn't realize how, like, I wouldn't say easy, but how like capable he was of doing it. Because he was so fat, he lost so much weight. He might have been on Ozempic too. You never know with these Hollywood types. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by putting my torches down. Okay, it was one below, so it's right there. Yeah, I mean, dude, Ozempic is so, for lack of a better word, gay to use. I know that's not like the proper nomenclature these days. But I really just can't think of a better word for it other than just saying gay. Because, like, geez, bro, you can't lose the weight on your own. You can't just focus on yourself. You can't just focus and lose the weight. I feel like, I don't know, I have a very abnormally easy time controlling my weight compared to most people. Like, my brother, for example, he used to play hockey. Oh, great. He used to play hockey at a high level. And he was trying to make some progress in hockey, in high-level hockey. And he could not gain weight for a life of him. And I never had that problem. I never had a problem gaining weight or losing weight, really. So obviously, I have a little bit of a benefit there that not everyone gets to have in their life in general. That I don't have much of a problem gaining and losing weight, which will probably be something I lose eventually. As I get old and I get fat, my body just slows down on me. I do eat pretty clean, though. I don't eat much fast food anymore. I was eating a lot of fast food for a little bit. Like too much, and that's part of the reason why I started not like fasting, but like trying to lose weight. I got like a little bit overly big. I was eating a lot of fast food, too much, at one point. So what I did was I gave up fast food for Lent altogether, which I know isn't exactly the best thing to give up for Lent. But I was like, yeah, you know, fuck it. Talking about Lent, I'm just cussing. I was like, you know, F it. I would give it up for Lent. It's something I like eating and it's something I'll give up. So I give it up for Lent. I don't have any fast food for the whole 40 days. And now, whenever I eat any fast food, I mess up my stomach, which I didn't really have that problem before, which is funny. So I guess I like built up a tolerance to fast food almost, and now I lost that tolerance from not eating it for so long. Except for, there's one fast food that actually I've never had issues with this fast food, but people are known for having issues with this fast food. Like stomach issues. I never had an issue with it, and it's Taco Bell. I get Taco Bell. I get the Dorito Taco most of the time. That's why I'll get a quesadilla. But I'll get the Dorito Taco most of the time. Dorito Taco combo, and it never gives me any issues in my stomach or anything. And a lot of people I know have issues with. I have issues with any Mexican food. I never really had any issues with it. Luckily, I don't get anything overly spicy though. I think that's part of the issue for some people. But yeah, I'm able to still eat Taco Bell, which is good because if you guys didn't know, I'm very superstitious in general. And one of my superstitions is that the Lions, the football team, the Detroit Lions, they only win when I eat Taco Bell before the game. So that would have really sucked if I couldn't eat Taco Bell anymore. But I had Chick-fil-A the other day and it made me sick and feel sick. I had Wingstop, made me feel sick. What else I had? I had something else too. I can't remember what it was. Made me feel sick. And no, I'm not picking an exact. I guess Chick-fil-A is supposed to be a kind of like, I wouldn't say healthy, but like one of the better quality options for fast food, and it maybe gave me these issues. So yeah, dude, it's pretty interesting. All right, this tower is pretty much done too, by the way. I don't know what I'm gonna call it. I kind of just have it now. I just kind of wanted to fill some space with it. One thing I'm thinking about doing in this world as well is building like a retaining wall. I'll show you where we're at in a second. But I want to build like a retaining wall of some sort. Just 'cause I think it'd look cool along the thing. Oh, hello. But yeah, when I go to the gym, back to this. I've fully strayed away from this part of the conversation. You go to the gym, I fully switch up that program I told you guys about. I added my own stuff to it and removed some stuff to it. So now I kind of just go and do whatever. I'd fly by the seat of my pants most of the time, honestly, which is probably not the best tech. But I know my arms are kind of small. I've been lacking in the arm department. So I do more stuff for arms. My chest, I do stuff. I do some stuff for my chest, obviously, like always, and I do less legs, like, of course. I don't do that much stuff for my back. The only thing I do for my back is like my rear delts, which is like the muscle in the back of your shoulder, which really is a shoulder muscle more than anything, if you ask me. Even though people consider it a back muscle. I think it's more of a shoulder muscle, so I implement that with my shoulder days most of the time, or if I'm doing a pull day. But I don't really have like a perfect system that I do these days. I kind of do whatever the hell I feel like doing. But I've been doing a lot of arm. I'd also noticed, this is a little bit more embarrassing for me to say, to be frank. Oh, gee, I'm getting jumped out here. A little bit more embarrassing for me to say, to be frank. But, I noticed this years and years ago that my arm I used to jack off with when I was younger got quite a bit large, like noticeably larger if I looked at it in the mirror, and noticeably larger than when it wasn't. And it's been years. I like basically completely stopped doing anything like that. I mean, like, obviously not completely stopped, you know, don't want to. I don't, there's not something I like talking about, of course, but I'm not going to get into the weeds of it. But obviously I haven't completely stopped, but I have very, 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 very much so slowed down on it compared to when I was 15, believe it or not. But I can notice my arm was bigger, and it's still, all these years later, it's still like not caught up, which is really unfortunate. It's something I'm overly focusing on now because I really don't like it. I'm too old to be having this issue for this reason. So I'm working hard to fix that. That's like my main thing though. And also my chest, my upper chest is really like weak. So what I do is I said deficit push-ups in this higher wellness thing. I never do them at the gym because I feel like it's embarrassing to do stuff on like the turf at the gym, bodyweight stuff at the gym. I don't know why. I just might get in my own head about it a lot. So what I do is it's not a perfect setup because you're supposed to be like on the ground parallel like a normal push-up and have like little things maybe like 6 inches off the ground for your deficit push-up. But what I do instead is I have this little desk. I have my old desk. It sits right outside my office here in my house, and I have my ping pong table right next to it. And it's just really the perfect amount of space to do deficit push-ups on. The problem is I'm a little bit more vertical than you should be. So it's not perfect setup, but you know, it's good enough. So every time I come in here, I just do 10. And not every time I leave, because sometimes I have to pee really bad, I leave. And I pee quite often. Let me tell you, all I do all day is drink water and piss it back out. That's just my daily routine. Gosh, jeez, the sun's already rising. But what I do, I'll set like, if I'm working, I'll set like an alarm for like 45 minutes. After 45 minutes, I'll get up, I'll go piss, I'll go refill my water, I'll come back downstairs, I'll do 10 push-ups. Maybe I'll do 10 push-ups on the way out, maybe I'll do them on the way in. I always do them on the way in. At least I tried to. And it's really helping me out there to get my chest bigger. It's like noticeably bigger, which is cool. But that's like really the only main thing I do. It's like a life hack. I'm running out of time here. I gotta hurry up and go to sleep in Minecraft. I guess I could just go watch the sunrise actually, while I talk about a few other things. But yeah, I mean, I'm not like super concerned with my health itself as like a concept really, to be honest. It's more about, more for vanity, frankly, where I'm like, I want to get in better shape and look better and feel better when I look at myself in the mirror. Because I feel like I look like a fucking chud, frankly, sometimes. Not like chud, like fat. But I feel like I don't like the way I look sometimes when I look at myself in the mirror. And that's not exactly something you want to be living like every day, is that you don't like the way you look. So that's something I've been trying to change. But yeah, all right, I'm completely out of time now. It's been 20 minutes of me recording. This is the longest episode. This is the longest single day episode ever. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all next week.